I just jumped like, yes, I did that, I think. And Joe just sat stone. He's like, I think he said, fuck.
Did his hands fall into did his head fall into his hands?
Yeah, he was
broken
like,
man.
It's just the wind was out of his sails. He said, fuck. Well, congrats, Cern.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you are listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again, or possibly for the very first time.
Well, for the first time in how many games the Rams have defeated the 49ers?
And 6 in a row, down, hitting the skids when it mattered the most. They rose to the occasion.
They rose
down 10 points in the fourth quarter.
Love to see
it. It was looking grim.
So Cerny is riding higher and higher.
Oh yeah!
After the big win against the Santa Clara 49ers, that happened in SoFi Stadium in front of their home crowd, nonetheless. For the
According
Rams.
to the Niner fans, it was a Niner takeover. Remember you saw that?
Oh yes. I will say there was a good mix.
I saw Shannon Sharp. He was a tight end for the Broncos, Hall of Famer. He's on he does a show. I really don't watch it because he's on with what is that jackass's name? Skip Bayless.
He's a big Cowboys guy, right?
Big time. Dak Prescott's the best quarterback in the league.
Okay, yeah.
It's like crazy shit. It'd be like if James got a mic, got a show.
Yes,
talking just nonsense.
So much unfounded opinion. It sounds like he should have a podcast. This guy, I'm sure he has a couple.
Oh yeah, he does. He's doing quite well for himself.
He's doing all right for himself. So,
but he was there and he said it was probably like 60% Niner fans. Like they tried hard.
Also, I did see some weirdness with. I didn't realize this of like the Niner fan and Dodger fan. There's like a Venn diagram where there's significant overlap, which seems. I was sitting there thinking about that, right? Remember I told you I was like scum of the earth, right? Yeah.
But then I was like, wait, I'm the opposite. I'm a Giants / Rams fan, so I'm like they're scum opposite.
Yeah. Well, I guess Niners. I don't. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, that's a good point. You like the
Giants and the Rams.
And the Rams.
Now, interestingly enough, so somebody at work was like, why did you like the Niners? And I actually got that a bunch of times. Like, why the Niners? Or sorry, not the Niners. Oh, I hate the Niners. Oh.
We'll take this again.
Retake. Cut that out. Why you like the Rams? Why you like the Rams? You live in 49er country. And I was like, I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. And so I went to the old man.
Oh yeah. For the origin story.
And I was like, ask me why I like the Rams. I said, I can't remember why. He's like, I know why. I was like, what? He's like, you were little. You were like 5. You like their helmets because they had the ram horns. You just like the horns because you were like 5 years old. So,
and then that's why
that was it. He said it stuck. I said, oh, okay, well, easy enough. He said you were 5. You like you like the horns on their helmets, and they were blue, and that was your thing.
That's just good enough reason as someone else like really liking a guy on their team. I'm really into this guy. And that's why I like the
team. He said, "You get a pass." You get a pass because obviously you're 5. You're just gonna, make up your mind. You're not thinking about anything else.
I think a lot of fandom, essentially, that's what it is. I guess if some like I know Joe is really heavy-handed with the Niner stuff on his daughter, which everyone makes parenting mistakes. It's how you correct.
So he showed up, right? He came over with Stacey and Maylee, his little girl.
Yeah.
Decked out in Niner gear. I was like, oh,
I saw it. You sent me
Marco
Polo. Speaking of red, Joe looks like he had a couple Coors Lights in him already. He was a little flush. Or was it just chilly?
He was a little. I think he was a little nervous because he crushed 2 right out the gate.
Just lubing up the joints.
I don't think I had one yet. He's working on number 3.
God. So the game was at 3. And then how did you feel about the outcome of the Bengals game?
So that was interesting because it was like, I don't know if did you catch it? How much did you catch? Did you watch
I probably
the whole thing,
caught half of the Bengals game. Yeah.
So I had it on the first first half, and
it didn't look too good.
It didn't 21-3,
yeah.
And the Chiefs were rolling and shit. I was like, and actually I missed I guess they fucked it up before half. I missed it because it was like 21-3, and it was like the Chiefs were perfect so far, and I was like, oh fuck, this is a beating. Oh well. Yeah. So then I went outside and was just doing some shit because it was just like, oh, I don't even watch a whooping.
Yeah.
Actually, Natalie had bought an electric fireplace and she wanted to like build dismantle thing. So I was out there doing that actually. Oh. So, and I would poke my head in and something was like 21-10. And I was like, okay.
Still a couple scores.
11 points. I was like, okay. Yeah. They can't stop shit from what I can see. And I was out there for a little bit. I finished it up and it came back in and it was tied 21-21. I was like, whoa, what the hell? What the fuck happened?
Went into overtime.
And then the pick by Mahomes. Oh. Now, interestingly enough, I saw this on the NFL memes. So yeah, the game before, right, where he led the game tying drive at 13 seconds left. A lot can happen in 13 seconds. So the NFL memes had circled 13 seconds into overtime, Mahomes had thrown the ball away. Had thrown the interception. So it took him 13 seconds to ruin the season. Save it and ruin it in a matter of a week.
I don't know who's diving deep into the stats and those sort of idiosyncrasies of the inside baseball, if you will, but God bless them.
Some of the stats are great. Some of them really drive me nuts. There was
so it's like a slice of a slice of a slice of a thing. It's like, what the fuck?
My dad had said he had named I think it was Karl Marx or one of those. He says, they have a famous quote is you can make statistics look however you want them. You could slice them in so many different ways and tell your story, but hide behind the thing of the label of stats.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there was one, I think when the Rams played the Buccaneers, so they had this game model that predicted that the Rams are going to get smacked by the Buccaneers because of, this stat, and they have
AWS StatCast.
Yeah.
Algorithms.
Kind of shit. Yeah. So it's like, can't do that. But anyway, so then when they kicked the winning field goal, I was like, holy shit, Bengals. They were like, they were like some crazy shit to win the Super Bowl. They were like 25,000 to 1 or something at the beginning of the season to win it.
Oh, I love these. I love the stories of the underdog.
I was like, shit, I should start like putting $1 on you on some of those.
Yeah, just throw $10 down. I mean, you've spent $10 on other worthless. You've thrown $10 away. On fucking Pokemon coins. I know I have.
Oh yeah.
So what's $10 at a fucking long shot? 25,000. You score a nice $250,000 for yourself. I'd take that. You'd be talking about sweating bullets for the Super Bowl. Oh, your stomach would be in knots.
I think my dad said he had a friend that did that once. That put like $10 out for something crazy like that. It was like, he said it was like 2,000 to 1 or something, and he had $10 on it. And he said he goes a lot of times so you put the long bet in. He says, so right now, and I've heard this from somebody else too. The bookies they'll start calling you to try to buy you out.
Oh, interesting.
Okay,
let me take. I don't know. Would you take half of that to walk? I think I would.
If half of $250,000, I'll take it.
So then after taxes, that's like 50,000.
Yeah.
Pay your car. Get a new car for yourself or something. Put a new addition on. Redo the kitchen. So Joe, a sheep in the wolf's den, or a wolf in the ram's den.
Well, yeah, in the ram's den.
What, do rams sleep in dens? I think they just sleep on the side. Anyway, Joe was at your house. So
in the Ram cave. Who fucking knows?
Now we have to look up where Rams. I think they're out in fields, or do they go in?
Depends on what kind, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I'm
Longhorn.
I'm
or, I don't know.
Next episode.
Yeah, he came over
by National Geographic.
Yeah, he came over, and Joe. So now Joe is all they were respectable. He said, I guess he told me, we're not going to rub it in his face on anything. We're going to keep it respectable. Okay. He's going to be. I guarantee he's going to respect us. So let's not go.
Yes.
He's like, we invite ourselves over, so let's not invite ourselves over and then just rub it in his face. We'll never get invited again. You'd be on the list with Dana.
You'd be on the pay no mind list with Dana.
You can't come over for the games.
And so the first half of the game was a little bit. How are you feeling?
I'm opening drive. They drive right down the field like, oh sweet. And he throws a pick at the end zone. I was like, oh fuck.
Here we go again. That's what I thought too. I was like, we can't. Now's not the time to be. We should have got these mistakes out of your system.
I thought they got out the last game. They fumbled fucking 4 times. But then it was like 7. The Rams strike first, 7-0 after that, and then they give like that big long play the very next drive to the and it was like a touchdown. I was like, fuck.
They're like, great answer by the 49ers. Let's go to break. I'm like, just disgusted.
So James and my dad were texting too, in our group message, and Mr. James is well right of text messages, right? So yeah, he's I was reading something to Joe. He's like, I can't. I could never watch a game with him. No. I was like, you just gotta buckle up because he's going.
Buckle up.
He's saying shit that's like, that's not even in left field. It's out in the parking lot.
He's still talking about the Dolphins during a game when they're out of it. They could even smell the playoffs.
Yeah, he was. I think he was saying. So he was referring back to. Remember, I said he has this beef with Joe Burrow, the quarterback for the Bengals, because they were in the same draft. And he was still saying, "Oh, Tua would have won by he like says shit like that, like by 50 or 30 or who fucking
50 points."
Who fucking knows?
That's so stupid. So ridiculous. He was heavily invested because he lives now. He's a Dolphin fan, right? So and he lives in the Niner country. So the Niner fans in particular, I mean, including Joe, but. There are, especially when you live in here, they are just the worst. I've shared some stories about my youth with these fans. So yeah, their harassment and accosting of a young Cerny.
Yeah, so they're not so bad to James because Dolphins aren't in the same division, and they're kind of
the Dolphins are non-threatening.
Yeah, so they kind of just like, oh, Dolphin fan, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, but what are you doing over here?
You from fucking Florida? But he just because he has to live and hear it all the time. He's like he has this passion, his hatred for him too. And I think he hates the Patriots more, but that's his rival. But anyway, yeah. But he's just God. This makes me sick. They're just all over. God, this is ridiculous that he's texting me, right? I'm like, I don't know. So then I think it was 10-7 at the half. Like, I just kick a field goal, and then they start with the ball, and I was like, fuck.
Is Joe exuding confidence? Or
he's getting a little more confidence. 10-7. Yeah. All right, baby. Okay. That's fine. I mean,
you can cheer.
Yeah, that's fine. Just don't clap in my face and start like, trolling like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, but he's like, yes. I was like, okay. And then I forget when they scored. Did they open the drive or something? That this third hit, it was like 17-7. I was like, fuck. Man, I was like 10 points. Here we go. We're sliding.
I saw that and I'm like, this isn't looking good for Cern.
My brother texted me. He goes, I'm turning this off. I'm getting too mad. I was like, unfortunately, I can't. And I'm sitting next to some Niner fans. I'm sleeping with the enemy, damn
it. Brutal. And then the tide started to shift.
It did. The Rams came out and they scored a touchdown. 17-14. I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go.
Now we're back. All you have to get is just kick
3 points.
Field goal, and you're right back in it.
And this is started in the fourth quarter. Remember, it was 17-7 at the start of the fourth. And I was like, oh, fuck me.
Yeah. Yikes.
But then got a touchdown. Then they some nice defense.
Good solid D.
Came down, got a field goal, tie it. and some other sweet defense. And then when they kicked the field goal, go up 2017. It was a minute and 46 seconds left. I think it was 49 seconds.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was after the 2-minute warning.
Yep. Oh, that's because that's right. Because Shanahan didn't call the timeout.
He just let it go.
The clock.
Yeah.
Mistake, which I loved.
Yes,
I was digging it.
Overcoached. Is Joe losing his shit on the couch? Like, call the fucking time.
He's like, why are we calling timeout? What's going on? Like, he's getting mad, right? So I said this one thing. James texted me. So remember in the play where his name is Debo Sanders. He ran across the field and he got crushed right in the chest.
Yes, and they threw a flag.
Yeah, and then they picked it up.
Yeah,
because it was a clean hit, but he was laying on the field. So
he got rocked though. That was a good hit.
So his name's Debo. So then James texts me, says, show this to Joe. And it's Smokey from Friday saying, you got knocked the fuck out. Because when Ice Cube knocked out Debo. Joe's like, that's a stretch.
That's a stretch. It's funny, but it's a stretch. It's a stretch. And then but the problem is that you had Jimmy G driving down the field with plenty of football left. Over a minute and a half left.
I mean, this happened this is week 18. I was like, this is fucking week 18. All you got to do is get in the field goal range, just tie it, extend it overtime, and then fuck. But it's third down and 17 or third down and 12, wherever it was. Bigger and Donald comes in for the sack, tries to do a shovel pass.
That was not a good move.
Iced it. Now, my dad was ahead of me because he has cable and I'm streaming. So he had said something. He said something way earlier. He said, last team to turn the ball over is going to lose this game. So, this was, I don't even know what fucking third quarter he said this. And there was 50 text messages coming through after that.
Yeah.
So then all he texted before that play that I saw was, told you. I saw it. So I'm like, I have no reference.
No context or anything.
Yeah.
To what? Okay.
So what the fuck you talking? And I see the pick. I'm like, woo,
What did Joe do?
I just jumped. Like, yes. I did that, I think. And Joe just sat stone. He's like, I think he said, fuck.
Did his hands fall into did his head fall into his hands?
Yeah, he was
broken
like,
man.
It's just the wind was out of his sails. He said, fuck. Well, congrats, Cern, right? And I was like, yes, And I was texting my dad and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, even say, he's like, you could celebrate more. I was like, no. I mean, I'm not going to. I mean, inside I was actually, I think I was like beads of sweat were starting because I was just so
the nerves
up.
Nice.
So I was like, no, that's okay. I said, now, Joe, tomorrow I'm going to let it sit. I'm going to drop something from Dana tomorrow. Don't take it personally. He's like, no, I get it. He was trolling. So
I get it. I was at the park. I had my phone. I had my direct TV streaming. And I was like, oh, he's getting, sack that bitch. Get him.
I was like, sack him.
And then he was going around
shovel pass.
And the shovel, I'm like, ooh, the shovel pass is never, has that ever worked? I'm sure Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, Russell Wilson can pull it off.
Mahomes and stuff. You can't do a rainbow. It's better be a shovel right in the motherfucker's gut, on a line.
Yeah, he kind of just, it was like
a double play, going for a double play, not a.
He threw a prayer up. This is what he really did.
Over the guy's hands.
Yeah, and that was great.
So I was pumped.
I was so happy.
I was pumped.
Instantly, the chat turned sourpuss. Dana, sourpuss. Joe,
congrats, but I'm rooting for the Bengals.
Sourpuss.
Obviously, he's rooting for the Bengals. Now,
salty.
I did set my sights on one T-Bone.
Oh, so this is T-Bone is he's an ancillary, very secondary character in the Chip and Cern show universe.
Yeah.
in the universe, he's one of your brother's friends.
Yeah,
for a long time.
He's been around for a long time.
We've gone out with him drinking, and he's a nice enough kid, but
he's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's just, especially in his heyday, he was known for skipping on the checks.
Yes. So, what? Divulge into story time. What was that? Where we went to some bar? Was it for your brother's 21st birthday? And then we went to Denny's after.
Yes, that was.
Okay, so Cerny's brother's turning 21. We went to the Glass Turtle in
Glass Turtle,
Citrus Heights, or is that Roseville? I think it's it's in Roseville or whatever, this bar. And 21st
Roseville, it's like right on the border.
Yeah, it's like right on the border there. And your brother, of course, like any other 21-year-old on there, just fucking absolutely shit house.
Oh, trash.
So we go, I think actually, didn't we like take him to back to the room and like tuck him in for the night, and then we all went out to get food and to go.
Yeah,
we could rally.
Yeah, because he was puking.
He was ralphing. So we went to Denny's, and this is like me, my wife's. I mean, there was probably 8, 10 people.
Kayla, I think we were all. Dana,
there was tons of people
there.
Dana, Joe, and we're sitting there, and whatever, Grand Slam, moons over Miami, whatever the fuck you get at Denny's.
Yeah.
And the check comes, and this guy T-Bone, I'm sitting next to him. He kind of just looks at me. He's like, "Hey, can you spot me on this one?" I'm like, oh, "Whatever." I mean, mind you, when your brother's 21, we're like 23 or 24. I mean, it's not like we're not rolling in it.
We're not big balling.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess I'll put on my credit card your $11 Denny's dinner meal. Sure. Every time I see him, I do ask him about that. Like, when are you gonna pay me back?
Yeah,
but yeah, he has that, and then he also he did have one incident that, when you have something happens to you, an unfortunate event, and it sort of becomes your whole identity. Like, you can't avoid it.
Yep.
Well, T-Bone, he was overserved at somewhere.
He was at a bowling alley.
At a bowling alley.
It was a bowling alley. It strikes.
So we went. I wasn't at this. I was told the story.
I wasn't there. James was there too. It would play telephone through us.
Okay, so Strikes, which is a family establishment, a bowling alley, and
it has like a bar attached.
It has a bar,
so it's a full bar. It's not just beer; it's a full bar.
Okay, so it's like it's like a bar, but then a bowling alley, and then kind of after like 9 or something, I think they turn the lights down and they make it like. They're trying to make some sort of vibe or scene or whatever. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, that's interesting enough. Sidebar to the sidebar. That's interesting enough where Joe had gotten tossed out when we saw that.
Oh, right.
That weird cover band. I don't know why we were even there. I forget, but we saw some weird cover band, and Joe kept jumping in their picture or something like that, and he got his ass tossed out.
Thrown out of a bowling alley bar. Wow. And so T-Bone, he got overserved, and he ended up vomiting all over his fucking shirt.
Yeah, James said he was drinking like kamikazes, but he had like 6 or something.
Oh
stupid
my
number
God.
like that. I was like, oh God.
And so he just started, spinning, and he just puked all over his shirt. So then,
now granted, for those who don't know, he is in a wheelchair, so he can't like stand up and like throw
right.
it.
So
it's a process to get to the bathroom for him.
Yeah. So it's a whole thing, and so because obviously who packs an extra like t-shirt when you're going out to the bowling alley bar? They procured a black 50-gallon trash bag. That they proceeded to just cut a hole in, put it over his head, and did they make little armholes for him?
Armholes, yeah, armholes.
So he had, so what do we call him? Like trash bag shirt for a while?
Yeah, we're calling something like that. Tea-trash or something like that.
Hefty. 50-gallon hefty. So, so that stuck with T-Bone for a while, but
this is back when Facebook, there was Instagram. I don't think Instagram was around yet.
I don't think Instagram was around then.
So we remember his picture, because James took a picture of him in the trash bag.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that was our profile pictures for the longest time.
Because, how else would you fuck with your brother's friends? Just torment them.
Yeah.
Internet bully them, essentially. But so T-Bone is a avid Niners fan. He has a tattoo, right? Doesn't he have a Niners tattoo?
I think he does. I think you're right.
He's misguided, clearly. He's a misguided individual.
Now, this is also a guy who likes to trash talk, but he's not the best.
No, he's not.
he's not
even that good. He's horrible. He's actually horrible at trash talk. But he likes to do it, and it's fun to spar with him a little bit. But
yeah, keeps you fresh. Keeps me fresh.
keeps you on your toes because you're never going to see the joke coming because it's so fucking random.
So
he likes the Niners. He likes talking shit.
Oh, he had me on because the 6 games in a row the Rams dropped. So he last time the Rams lost him, he texted, "Money can't buy everything" or some shit like that, right? God. So then I had texted him something along the lines of
"This is after the W."
This is after the W. He was quiet, so I had texted him. I said, "Where are you at?" That's all I texted him. "Where are you at now?" Or that's what I said. "Where are you at now?"
I love it.
And then no response.
Oh,
so I said,
"It's trying to ice you."
You still thinking about it, right? Or something like that. And he said, then he came back with, you just buy all the talent. You're like the Yankees of the National Football League. And I said, well, if the Rams are the Yankees and you're the Mets, always be losing, right? On top of that, I was like, wait a minute. The football league has a salary cap. It's not like if you pay a luxury tax in baseball. There's a salary cap. There's a fucking cap. So
Cerny, that's a bridge too far to expect
I looked it up.
I
told James, I sent it over to James. James piled on too, and he was pretty good. Actually, James said, how about them Niners? And he goes, I don't even see where the Dolphins are. Where the Dolphins at in this? He said, where the Dolphins at? He says, the same place the Niners are going to be on Super Bowl Sunday on the couch, right? I was like, oh,
yeah. And T-Bone's that probably exhausted his comebacks. I don't think he had a second or third one. He just had
no, because I was like, so I looked it up. So I was like, okay, let's see the salaries here. Niners salary, 2020 salary, whatever it is 200 million.
Okay.
Rams was 215 mil.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, so it ain't about
right. It's not.
They traded draft picks and all this other shit.
Yeah.
I mean, they went out and got some people.
Beckham Jr.
I was just like, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You're just sitting there talking about money can't buy everything. Like, you're just the Yankees.
Now at work,
the Mets.
I work for a remote company. So on my marketing team, only 2 or 3 people out of 40 are in the Bay Area. So I never have to hear much about Niner stuff. It's kind of actually very nice. You get a little splatter of every sort of local sport. Georgia, we have some people in Georgia or Washington or wherever. There's some Seahawks fans at work. So I found my tribe. But at the office, Cerny, or on the Teams or whatever, Zoom or Slack, was the Niners fans. They weren't sounding off, I guess, on Monday morning.
Oh, they were quite silent.
She's like, "Oh, is your connection still working?" No, sorry.
So I gave it T-Bone a little bit. We went a couple more rounds, right? And I gave on him. I stayed on him a little bit just because he needed it. I took it easy on Joe because Joe is there. And I mean, I think you might say I wasn't so bad on Dana. I gave him one little shot and then I let it go.
It's not as fun.
No, it's not as fun. Now,
because they turned sour.
The Rams have one more game. I mean, if it was the Super Bowl, then maybe something different. But
that's true.
They still have another game to lose, so it's like, if they lose, I'm going to hear it anyway.
And in the group,
fine. But
so in the group chat, I've Dana and Joe, the way they're trying to get me is to say, "Oh, Cerny, congratulations to you." They're only saying, specifically you. I'm like, yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl, so I just lump myself in with Cerny, horns up, #Ramily, and I think that's getting that's turning the screws on them.
It's getting under their skin
because
it looks like a little bit bandwagon fan.
Oh yeah, well if the Bengals win the Super Bowl, then maybe you're just going to be a Bengals fan next week. I'm like,
possibly.
Man, we'll see. We'll have to see. Depends who wins. But next we have the Pro Bowl this weekend, and then the Super Bowl is in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Wait 2 weeks. It's always 2 weeks after the conference things.
And Tom Brady officially has retired.
I mean, I was riding high off that too. It's like, finally, get him off my TV. But now it's even worse because he is dominating the headlines. I mean, obviously he was, all the numbers in 22 years, but it's all over. It's like, good God.
Yeah, well, hopefully, and then I'm sure the start of next season they're going to be like, oh, is Brady going to come back? Oh, we saw him. I saw him throw a pass to his his nephew during Thanksgiving. Brady ready to return to the NFL, all these headlines and shit like this. It's like, fucking relax, man.
I know. It's like, there was rumors before the Rams game that he was thinking about retiring, and then after the Rams game, it was like he didn't officially break it. So Adam, what's his face, broke it.
Yeah,
and he said, "Oh, I'm not ready yet," and then he just said, "Yeah, I'm done."
Yeah,
I assume it's
he wanted to control that.
Yeah, I think he wanted to say it, not somebody else.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
so
I get it. He's 44. I mean, those shots take. I mean,
I don't know. Yeah, and he's got one. Your wife is a bomb supermodel who makes
she has more money
way
than him.
more fucking money than you. So just you got a sugar mama.
You have
for
all
yourself.
the accolades. You have all the MVPs,
Everything
Super
you
Bowls.
could want.
He has more Super Bowls than any other team.
He's lost more Super Bowls than most people even get to go to in their entire fucking career. And he's got that like TB12 like nutrition. I think that he sells like supplements and stuff. And then he has he has other ventures. He has 4, 5, 6 different
He has a
things that
he's not gonna be hitting the bread line anytime soon.
No, yeah, it's not like he's gonna be kicking his feet up on the sofa every day. This fool's gonna be busy.
Yeah, I'm sure you just want to make sure he can walk, so might as well hang up.
Yeah. Now we'll go into our full next week. I know if you all aren't football fans, I'm sorry. We've been on a kick lately, but
the last like 3 weeks.
Cerny's team's in the Super Bowl. It's a journey, and we're happy to go along with them. But
we got to mix some stories in. That's why we do.
Yeah,
make some T-Bone stories.
Got to throw T-Bone in there. And so next week we'll see if Statboy Dana is over his sourpuss status.
He's over his
and he wants to come on. We have our annual prop bet show for the Super Bowl.
Prop bets. We got to do the prop
bets. One of my favorite things. But how are you feeling about Bengals v. Rams at SoFi Stadium for the Super Bowl?
I mean, it's going to be a tough game. The Bengals look fucking good. Joe Burrow is good. I hope the Rams can. So I've seen in my lifetime 3 Rams Super Bowls and only one victory, 2 losses to the fucking Patriots.
And so what year did they win with Kurt Warner?
2000. 22 years ago.
That was after he came out of Rayleigh's or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was. Piggly Wiggly or whatever the fuck it was. IV.
Kroger's. He was bagging at Kroger's.
So that was last time they won. I mean, shit, 2018 or 2000 was 13.
Yeah. Has okay. Can't wait for the big game. It's gonna
be exciting because my dad's coming over. James is coming over. So
nice.
We'll listen to
Did Joe
to the nonsense.
Joe reinvite himself over for a back-to-back week? Or
I don't think so. I think he has his own thing. Yeah. Now I am hunting for squares. I wish Dana would get back to me on that one.
Oh yeah, Dana has MIA about that. Now we had the Chip and Cern show. I'm sure we could get some squares filled pretty quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll start. I think they're probably building them up now, so I'll start that up.
Yeah. And it's just
I love doing the squares. Put $20 here. Pick a couple squares.
Yeah. And it gives you something to kind of hope for on the game. Some random ass shit. You're like, okay, I need a safety, and then a pick six.
So I've had those where it's like,
okay,
I need him. So I have. It's like this. So for those who don't know, I'm sure everyone who listens to us knows how to fucking squares work. But just in case, you usually have your lighter payouts on your first and your third quarter, and your heavier payouts on halftime, and your biggest payout's going to be at the end of the game. Mm-hmm. Usually how they work. So I've had squares where it's like, oh sweet, this is going to be $500. I have this team like they're driving down. They're like on like the fucking 20-yard line. Like, okay, if they kick a field goal, I got that. If they score a touchdown and get the PAT, I got that. And it's like
touchdown 2-point conversion.
Yeah, it's like 15 seconds, at halftime. Like, okay, sweet. I got it.
You got it in the bag.
Interception.
Oh. Fuck. It's always, and this, imagine 10 years ago before Venmo and PayPal, how would you get the money?
Oh, you had to like go.
You had to go somewhere. cash.
Yeah, you gotta have like a
you
almost
have
like a bookie.
A bookie.
Yeah, you had to find a guy. You have to drive the cash out to his house. I've done that where we had to give him the cash and shit. It was fucking crazy.
And then now it's just like, oh, they'll just Venmo me my winnings.
Yeah, that's what we do now.
Immediately
It's so much easier.
It's much better. Life's the greatest convenience. Venmo.
So
yeah,
it's
okay. Super Bowl, excited. You got any merch that you're gonna get, or you have a lucky, like a jersey or a certain thing?
Okay, so this is interesting you bring this up. On game days, I wear no Rams attire because every game game this year, I wore a Rams shirt or something. They lost all 5 times.
Okay,
so I
don't fuck with.
Did not wear it. I wear it throughout the week.
He's got his NFC conference champ shirt on right now
from 2018. That's the old one.
Nice.
It's like the consolation prize when you lose the Super Bowl, you still get your conference.
We're still champions of something, guys.
Yeah. So it's but on game day, I don't wear anything Rams.
I like it. Okay, and so you got to continue that. There's no,
of course.
Why take the chance? Why take the chance on that?
Can't take a chance at all.
Not in the least bit. So, not surprising. I'm sure we have a couple Niners fans, listeners. No one's checking in with as a Cerny sled on after that beatdown.
No, I'm sure I'm like, they are chipmunks for sure.
They're at least this week they are. At least this week.
Well, I'm hearing there is a Rams fan listening. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's probably tens of them, if I had to guess. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And the weather is being tricky. It's doing the thing where it's like during the day, it's like, ooh, it's teasing, 65. Oh, I'm gonna get cute. It's gonna get sunny. Oh, and then the morning, fucking 32. It's like freezing your fucking balls off. I can't handle this.
Today, I stepped outside. I was like, oh, it's nice and sunny. I stepped outside, and the wind was icy. I was like, holy shit. No way.
Not like what they're getting over in New York. Bomb cyclone twister?
Yeah.
What is it?
This is a I know it's what do they call it? Like a frozen cyclone bomb or some shit like that. I don't know.
We don't fucking know what's going on.
It's a California ice.
Yes.
So the breeze is like 48. I'm like, ooh, I can't do that.
Brr.
Gotta put a jacket on. God damn.
Yeah. Got 2 coats on now. We I don't know if you're finding this problem on, you and your wife or whatever, sit down, you want to watch a movie after the kids go down or just, relax on the couch. We have HBO, we got Netflix, we got Plex, we got Disney Plus. What other? Amazon. I mean, we're trying to find something to watch. There's so much shit. It's like I can't. It's like, what the fuck do you want?
I can't find anything either. I'm like, God damn it.
There's so much
shit and I can't even.
There's so much I can't find one thing. So we are just resorting to watching, like, my wife's into Mission Impossible. So we just watched like the last 3 Mission Impossibles.
I was just crushed for some Simpsons.
Oh, my wife's been on Disney Plus. I think, that's one that we're borrowing the login from somebody.
So I just found this out today. So it's funny you bring this up. So my wife Robin was trying to, there was this show that she said that her friend had told her to watch called Yellow Jackets.
Okay.
And it was on Showtime. But I didn't have Showtime. I have HBO on Hulu because I do the Hulu live fix. So I was like, okay. I don't really want to. And I was like, we don't really watch a lot on HBO right now. Yeah. I said, I'll just, Hulu, you can just turn it off and turn something else on. You just alternate. I said, I'll just turn it off and I'll just turn Showtime on.
Oh, like you just pause your...
Yeah, you just pause it and turn the other one on. So I was like, okay, I'll do that. So I was going through the managing setups because I've been borrowing James's
Hulu account?
Disney Plus account.
Oh, nice.
Because I was trying to watch the Book of Boba Fett. The show. So I was going through and I was like, wait a minute. I have Disney Plus. It comes with my package because I have live TV.
I was going to say Hulu is a Disney. So you had Disney Plus and didn't even know.
I didn't even know. I was like, fuck.
Have you watched the Boba Fett one?
Yeah. So the last episode I thought was the best episode.
I've heard that as well, but we
At the Mandalorian.
Is it okay? We only made it to the episode 2. It was where he was training the Sand People,
that one,
the Tusken Raiders, and I was like,
I was poo-pooing that one,
and and I'm like, my wife said, was this like super corny? I'm like, yeah, it was like really cheeseball, like
it was like
training. How long was the training for?
Oh fuck! The whole episode.
Was it a week or? Like, okay, we fucking get it. They can fly the thing.
I was like, no, I wasn't buying into it.
We might have tapped on that. We might be out of Boba Fett now.
Episode 5 is where because you have Mandalorian. It's actually mostly Mandalorian.
Interesting. I don't like that he's taken his helmet off so much.
I don't keep that thing on.
First of all, you're running the gang in some crazy planet, and you're just going to expose your face when you could have an armored thing on?
I think it's Tatooine, yeah.
Tatooine. I was going to say that. I was just not confident in it. I didn't let it rip. I was going to say Tatooine, though.
So that's what I was watching, and I didn't know. So I was like, I had Disney Plus the whole fucking time. No, this Yellow Jackets. I just saw.
It's on Showtime?
Yeah. I saw, I just read, the little snippet of it.
Yeah.
You can look it up?
I was, but then I think I already know where it's going.
It was like some highly talented girls soccer team, high school's girls soccer team, crashes a plane and they have to go through cannibalism and stuff like that. This is a ripoff of Alive. I said, what the fuck is this?
What?
Robin's like, Alive? I said, is this Alive? This is Alive. Instead of the Argentinian soccer team or whatever, I forget whatever it was, crashing in the Alps or the Andes or where, I can't really remember. It's been a long time since I read the fucking book.
Yeah.
Or seen the movie. I said, they just changed the characters. That's the bullshit. I'm not watching this movie. I'm not watching this show. I'm not doing it.
Was it good though? Did she like it?
I just, before you said ahead to the studio, I had switched over so she can.
Oh, okay.
It was live. I was like, you said head to the studio, and I had just switched it over. So
nice.
She was gonna do it. It's like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Maybe I'll put it on the Plex then.
I was just, when I first read it, I was like, this is Alive. Get the fuck. Oh, are you fucking serious?
Or The Hatchet. You remember The Hatchet? Young adult fiction book.
Oh,
remember that? It was like mandatory reading in 4th grade.
Yeah.
Didn't he crash a airplane in that one? And he had a hatchet?
I think so, yeah. It's been long. I actually got a quiz today. Jeffrey's in 4th grade, and they're reading.
He's in 4th grade?
Yeah, he's in 4th grade. He's reading, what is that? Patty Reed, the doll. You remember that book where it was like the doll on the Donner Reed party? The Donner party.
Oh, I think so.
I think it was Patty Reed or Donner Reed. I can't remember because he just fucking told me. He's like, "Did you read this?" I was like, "Yeah, I mean, it sounds familiar." And he's like, "You don't know?" I was like, "I don't remember it from 4th grade."
No, man, just go to. Is Crib Note still a thing?
Oh, you know what? I don't know. I'm not going to tell him either.
Yeah, he'll find out. He'll find out.
Yeah,
soon.
He'll find out. I'll let him figure that one out like
now,
we had to.
You see all these books getting banned in like Tennessee schools?
No.
There's this graphic novel about the Holocaust, and the Jews are played by mice, and then the cats are the Nazis. And it's actually telling the author's story about his dad who was in a camp.
Okay, concentration camp.
Yeah. And it's a graphic novel, so it's like a drawn, it's like an animated thing. And they're banning it because of profanity in the book. So they're banning this graphic novel that teaches about the Holocaust and how bad it is and all this stuff and all the horribleness that happened because of some potty words.
Some potty words.
So now everyone is like, Tennessee, don't quote me on this. I want to say they're like 48th out of 50 states on education or 47th or something. Not top marks. Definitely not top marks. And
I saw this thing where this guy's
books.
going up to like MAGA country.
Yes.
And he was like, there's this book that these two daughters have sex with their dad.
They get their dad drunk to have sex with them.
Yeah, that's right. Do you think that we should have that in schools? No. So that's the Bible. Oh, get out of here. No, it's not. It's like,
it was
that gave me a good laugh.
I almost sent that to you because I knew you would enjoy that. But yeah, I was like, and then when he's like, yeah, and these two daughters got their dad drunk so that he would have sex with them. And I mean, that's a pretty disgusting thing. I would be repulsed by such a thing in a book. And these people, their faces showed, they were like, oh my God. And then when he's like, this actually and then happened in the Bible. They're like, so we should not have this book in school at all. They're like, no, absolutely not.
Then
it's
the
like,
tune change was the Bible. Oh, yeah. What? No.
Whoa, yeah. There's that stuff's ripe for there's a lot to pick out of that book of stories.
It always amazes me when
it's
clearly he's going down a road. Like, yeah, these people don't like they can't see.
They can't see. They're digging the hole deeper and deeper.
Yeah,
and they're falling right into the trap.
You know.
Well, Cerny, you know, I don't know. You can't. I don't know what to. You just can't help people sometimes. I sent you that thing today. The guy that's on, he's next up to get a kidney for a kidney transplant because he has like 4% functioning in his kidneys, and all he has to do is get vaccinated. And he said that he will die free because he will not get the vaccine.
Okay. I guess that's your choice.
Liberals owned.
Yeah, you really showed it to us.
Owned. I mean, I don't know. I think it's it's same with Meatloaf, the singer. Him and Kevin.
Was it COVID?
Yeah, COVID got him. It's just, it's like a very easily preventable death.
I can't imagine him being the pinnacle of health.
No.
Well, you know what's funny to me? It's like, I want to know how many drugs that fucking guy did in his lifetime.
Meatloaf?
Yeah.
I don't know. Was he a big, he was like, that was a very metal kind of scene, I think, that he was in the 70s.
Yeah. I mean, I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
I feel like, I don't know if he was in Fight Club and he was acting as well.
Yeah. He had a good career. But
yeah.
I just wonder if he dabbled in
yes. Yeah, I'm sure, you know, I don't know if he was a choir boy or anything. I'm sure maybe spent some stuff that he didn't know what was totally in it, is what you're saying. Could have happened, potentially.
What's in that cocaine you're railing up your nostril there, buddy?
Well, it's, you know, white.
Is it pure?
I don't know. I'm Meatloaf.
Is it pure coca plant?
I'm going to die free. Stop right there. He just 2 pricks of a needle, he'd be alive. Probably 1 prick, he would have been alive.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder if he sat on it too. I think that's a lot of the mistake too. It's like they get, you know, some people get sick and it's like, and they kind of sit on it until it's too late.
Yeah. I don't know if you got infected with COVID, if you got the vaccine, would that help you battle it, or it's too late because it's already multiplying in your system? It's already going.
It's too late. Yeah. Well, it's like I forget where I heard it. Maybe it was my dad. So because people want, you know, there's a lot of stories where people have COVID and they're dying, and so
on their deathbed,
vaccine.
Like, can I get it now?
Like, it's too late. I think my dad said it's like putting a condom on after you get pregnant.
I think I know where you heard that from, Cerny.
Yeah.
That is a good point. It'd be hard to after you nut too, because, you know, it's just not the same.
Yeah.
It's just a sad. It'd be such a sad, sad condom putting on situation. Just like, oh, did you go? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me put my condom on now. Yeah, I just went on your back, but I'm going to put this condom on now. She's like, hurry. She's like, oh, I should have called up that Roman. They're the only ones, the COVID tests, too. Roman the boner pills, you know?
Which one?
They're all over MLB Roman. It's like hair supplements and the boner pills. They have the
it's like Hims too.
Yes, it's like a new start. It's like a startup company reinventing healthcare for but because the ingredients, why am I struggling so much with this? In Viagra, the active ingredient, like that, the recipe is anyone can use it now. Okay. So they are just making knockoff, not knockoff. It's
not patented or anything.
Yeah, right? The patent has ran out on that. So they have that and what's the other one? Viagra and like Cialis. So they have both styles. I guess there's two different boner pill styles. I don't know. But they also sell COVID tests. And they were the only ones that had them in the rapid tests. So my wife ended up buying like 4 boxes of...
Did you get your free ones?
I haven't gotten those yet. I did order them. Did you get them yet?
I bet.
Oh, you got them in the mail?
Right there.
There you go. Nice.
Confused me when I got in the mail. I was like, I didn't order anything. What the fuck is this?
The government's giving stuff away? What?
What the hell is this? I opened it up. Like, oh, yeah, that's right.
Nice. I saw some tweet that was like, okay, next pandemic, can we send out the free test at the beginning?
Yeah.
Instead of like 3 years later? It's fucking ridiculous. It's insane. It really is insane. But not as insanely exciting as the Rams headed to the Super Bowl.
That was exciting.
We're so pumped for you, Cerny.
I was hurting here on Monday. I was hurting, so I was dragging at work.
A couple wobblies.
Distracted.
A couple wobbly pops.
Oh, and I had a couple wobbly pops. Celebratory wobbly pops.
I love it.
During the game, I only had a couple during the game. Well, actually, I had a few during the game, but not overly. But then after the win, I was celebrating.
Nice.
Knocked back a few. That wasn't like I wasn't shitty.
Yeah.
I also went to bed late because I was like so amped up.
Just had all the adrenaline was coursing through you.
It was running.
Yeah.
So then I was like, yes,
An extra cup of coffee.
Shit talking, so I was up shit talking.
You're up late texting T-Bone.
Yep, texting T-Bone. Selling my hash.
Yeah.
So it was probably, for me, it was late. It was probably around 10:30, 11 o'clock when I went to sleep.
That's pretty late. That's late for me.
Yeah, usually I'm sawing logs by 9:30, 10.
Yeah. Yeah,
I get up
early
early
bedtime for sure. And then we didn't even get into the menu. Last thing before we go. Did you want tacos, you said?
Yeah, birria tacos. Joshua Weissman.
Ooh, I've been seeing those where they look fucking tasty.
They were tasty. So we had them before. I served them up to Joe last time he was over. And what was the last time he was over? Whatever. It was one of the times he's over. And he was
the week before.
in love with them. Yeah, he was in love with them.
That does seem like Joe's.
I'll do it again. So he was like, he was talking about it the next day. Like he was like, those tacos are in my mind.
Running through my mind.
So if they are good. Josh Weissman makes it's a process, but
it is a whole thing. And they have the big like an au jus French dip. They have the nice sauce.
Consomme. How says he calls it consomme.
That stuff seems. Do you almost want it? Looks like that. It looks very drinkable. Or is it a little salty?
You take the peppers, you grind them up and stuff. Yeah, it's because you let it soak and everything. Like you basically simmer it, and you take the peppers out when they're like all soft, and you like blend it up really thick. Then you pour it back into the liquid to kind of thicken the liquid, and also and then you take it out. Yeah, it is.
I don't eat meat, but these fucking things look pretty good. They just look super messy and cheesy, and just the juices and the flavors are just busting.
No. Jeffrey was telling me he doesn't like. He's like, I don't really. He ate some. He's like, I don't really like cheese in my taco. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Don't go to Jack in the Box, kid. Do they still sell tacos at Jack in the Box?
I'm sure they do. I haven't been there. I don't know last time I was at Jack in the Box, but
I don't know either.
They have to. It's like a staple of their existence.
Yeah, remember they put the slice of American cheese in there?
Yeah. And the meat looks like fucking cat food or something.
Probably is cat food.
You know what? When we were drunk, it was the best.
It was the best. Down on like 12th and Geary. We would just
We would
walk our
walk
fucking
all the way
asses down there.
It felt like
10,
when we were
12
drunk, we
blocks.
walked down there. It was only like, it was only
5
like a
minutes.
5-minute walk, but
The way home, an hour.
an hour, yeah, who knows? We walked to Silverman the one time. We're like, we walk all the way out here. What the
We're
fuck
drunk,
are we
too.
doing? We were walking forever. I swear. I was like, what the hell are we
They're
doing?
just so obnoxious. I remember one time we went there and I'm like, oh, have a shot of, do you have any Jameson? Like trying to
Yeah, I
be
hated
funny,
it.
and
It was
they're
funny.
just
I'm
like-
sure. Because remember the other drunk guy was like, make it a double. And he's like, yeah, no. He didn't-
Right,
he was on
it's 3:00 in the morning because they're the only 24 hours.
Yeah, they're the only place open. It was the
What
place
a
was
fucking
packed.
horrible.
It was like it was like the whole crowd of like
Just
all the
drunk.
bars converged on this one. It was packed.
Oh, great times at Jack in the Box.
100% people drunk. 100%. If you're not working, you were drunk.
I actually think that specific Jack in the Box got busted because they didn't have a permit to operate that late at night. And I think at some point the city found out and they were like, you can't be open all the time. Like, so they kind of like shut out their 24-hour thing that they had going. But
Oh man, it was everyone was there. All the bar. That's where you went.
the mini sirloin burgers, a couple tacos, curly fries, and then just head on home and eat it as you're walking back down home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We did that. Get it all over your clothes and shit.
Oh.
You didn't care. You're drunk as hell.
And then and my brother put a request in when he was napping on the stairs once. I remember when we.
Oh yeah, I think we got it for him too. He never
I think
ate
we
it.
did.
I think we ate it.
I think we ate it probably before we got back.
Didn't matter. He was
Such his life. He was asleep anyway.
Yeah.
He was asleep. Anywho, horns up, go Rams. Next
Horns
week
up,
we
baby.
got our prop bet show, so be sure to tune into that. And any Rams fans or naysayers, sound off in the email if you want to share.
Trip and Cern Show. Trip and Cern Show, gmail.com.
Absolutely.
Let us know.
And
are listening.
let us know. Is this thing on? Check 1, check 1, check 2, check 2. Anywho, until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.